Cadillac has a distinguished history and was instrumental in creating the modern automotive industry. It is one of the most established car brands in the world. In 1902, the business was established following the breakup of the Henry Ford Company. The financial backers brought in engineer Henry M. Leland of Leland and Falconer Manufacturing Company when Ford quit following a disagreement with his partners. Leland persuaded the investors to keep making cars with his single-cylinder engine instead of valuing the factory. The Cadillac Automobile Company was established on August 22, 1902. The distinctive Cadillac crest is based on the family coat of arms of Antoine de la Mothe Cadillac, the man who gave Detroit its name. Keep watching the video to learn more about the history of Cadillac. From the remains of the Henry Ford Company, Cadillac was created. In March 1902, Henry Ford and a number of his major partners quit the business following a disagreement between Ford and his investors. In order to prepare for the sale of the company's assets, Ford's financial backers, William Murphy and Lemuel Bowen, hired engineer Henry M. Leland of Leland and Falconer Manufacturing Company. Instead, Leland convinced the two to keep producing cars with his successful single-cylinder engine. On August 22, 1902, a new corporation known as the Cadillac Automobile Company was founded by converting the Henry Ford Company facility at Cass Street and Amsterdam Avenue. It was given the name Cadillac in honor of the French adventurer Antoine Lomé de la Motte, Sieur de Detroit, who had established Detroit. The first automobiles built by Cadillac in October 1902 were the Runabout and Tonneau. Leland's single-cylinder, 10-horsepower engine propelled the two-seat horseless carriages. When the cars were introduced at the 1903 New York Auto Show, they attracted interest right away and received 2,000 orders there. Cadillac was the first American automaker to be awarded the Dewar Trophy in 1908. Cadillac has always aimed to stand out by raising the bar and developing new levels of excellence. They were awarded the coveted Dewar Trophy in 1908. As the first American-made automobile to win this distinction, Cadillac used the tagline, "The Standard of the World." General Motors acquired the Cadillac Automobile Company in 1909, and this company became the source of GM's premium car line. This further increased Cadillac's already rising popularity, and the following few decades saw the launch of a series of groundbreaking firsts, such as the first mass-produced V8 engine in 1915. It featured a top speed of 65 miles per hour, 180 lb-ft of torque, and 70 horsepower. The contemporary engines we see on the road today owe a lot to this engine. The ability to customize Cadillac automobiles was only one of its many appealing features. They were the first business to employ lacquer paint in 1925, and by 1926, they were providing consumers with over 500 color options. By 1930, they had over 50 different body types available so that consumers could differentiate themselves from other drivers. Al Capone had one of the most notorious Cadillacs, and he had both of them fitted with bulletproof glass and a police siren. Cadillac was the first automaker to hire a designer rather than an engineer in the late 1920s. Cadillac was a pioneer in car design as well. The 1927 LaSalle convertible coupe was the first automobile in American automotive history to be created by a designer rather than an engineer after Harley Earl was commissioned to do so. This reaffirmed Cadillac's dedication to excellence and elegance. The 1940 Cadillac Fleetwood that was shown in the renowned mob thriller The Godfather from 1972 is one of the more well-known instances of this. In the 1940s, Cadillac concentrated on the World War II effort. In 1949, it won the Car of the Year award. Cadillac firmly committed itself to the war effort once the United States entered World War II, providing resources and supporting the production of aviation engines. After the war, it proceeded to develop its automotive aesthetic, creating the tail fin, which would have a long-lasting impact on numerous vehicle designs. In 1949, this style helped it win the first-ever Car of the Year award. Production doubled in the 1950s, leading to new developments and designs, like 1955's Elvis Pink Cadillac. Cadillac had a noteworthy decade in the 1950s, both on the road and in movies. The brand quadrupled production and unveiled significant advancements, including power steering and improved safety features. As seen by several examples from 1950s popular culture, like Elvis Presley's 1955 pink Cadillac and the 1956 movie Solid Gold Cadillac, and the Cadillac Eldorado convertible coupe, which debuted in 1953, the brand swiftly became associated with luxury. Before World War II started, Cadillac competed in a number of races. Cadillac engines were seen in a lot of Allard vehicles. Cadillac competed in the NASCAR Grand National Series in the 1950s. By the 1960s, the brand was no longer present in the series. In the first 3 seasons of the American Le Mans Series, from 2000 to 2002, Cadillac provided the power for the Cadillac Northstar LMP, a Le Mans prototype. Cadillac withdrew from the series when the prototype failed. Cadillac's use of the CTS-V in the SCCA World Challenge Grand Touring class has been its most prosperous foray into racing in recent years. With the Cadillac DPI VR in the WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, Cadillac successfully made a comeback to prototype racing in 2017. Cadillac made a lot of innovations in the 1960s and 1970s. Throughout the 1960s and 1970s, Cadillac remained at the forefront of innovation. In 1964, they were the first to include comfort amenities like a heating and cooling system. By introducing the seatbelt a year before it was required by law and integrating airbags as early as 1974, they also laid the groundwork for contemporary safety improvements. Cadillac enhanced car delivery and customer interaction in the 1980s. Cadillac increased its automobile delivery service and client interactions in the 1980s, elevating them to the top spot in J.D. Power's customer satisfaction rankings. They also acted in classic 1980s films like The Blues Brothers and Ghostbusters. Cadillac adapts to market changes in the 1990s. Cadillac made adjustments throughout the 1990s in response to evolving automotive trends, such as the SUV market. They debuted the Cadillac Escalade in 1999. Cadillac debuted the edgy and fashionable CTS sedan in 2002 to mark its 100th anniversary. As both the Escalade and CTS appeared in the iconic automobile chase sequence in The Matrix, Reloaded, they maintained their status as pop culture icons. To share the K-body platform with Seville for 1994, the DeVille had a makeover. Although the wheelbase was altered from 111 inches on the Seville to 113.8 inches, the body was not. In Michigan's Hamtramck, production was relocated. All DeVille models for 1994 also came standard with an SRS driver-side front airbag and fully digital instrumentation with an integrated message center. The message center's controls were mounted to the left of the instrument cluster, and they provided important vehicle information and status, such as the current speed and outside temperature, among other things. A dual-zone front HVAC system, with controls to the right of the instrument panel, and remote controls on the front passenger door panel was also a standard feature. After a restyling in 1996, an SRS passenger-side front airbag became standard equipment. In the 21st century, Cadillac adopted a new design ethos called Art and Science. The phrase served as a foundation around which they built their automobiles, giving them clean, sharp edges and combining cutting-edge technology. The XT5 crossover and CT6 sedan are 2 examples of how the new design language has swiftly permeated the whole lineup. Cadillac retains its lead in the luxury market by using innovations to address changes. As the automotive industry develops, Cadillac has continued to innovate and enhance its luxury brand. Cadillac moved its corporate offices from the General Motors Nest to Manhattan in August 2015. Since then, developments like the Cadillac House and Escala concept have been made. The video about the brief history of Cadillac comes to an end. Like and share the video. And if you are interested in learning more about the history of cars, then subscribe to Car History for more videos.